Hello, friends, and welcome back to episode 2 of Hogwarts Legacy, playing as my mom, Raylene Hopscotch. This is a character she created, and now I'm playing as her. I did ask her for a few decisions early on in this game, so I kind of know who I'm going to be choosing to go to Hogsmeade with and stuff like that. You'll find that out whenever you watch the video, but first and foremost, we are finding our common room. It says, I need to head to my common room. Sounds as though there are some voices coming from nearby. Perhaps I should follow them. So, we're going to find our common room, introduce ourselves, and that's what we're going to be doing. This is the wizard common room. So, my mom chose wizard instead of witch. Very interesting. I like the books. Hopefully there's no hiccups today in today's video. There might still be a little bit of borkness, but I can't really help that because of my graphics card being so low. It's not the best graphics card, but it's like decent for my computer. It can run majority of things. But when it comes to something that needs a little bit more video RAM, it's kind of like a struggle bus with this. So, and with this, they recommend at the minimum, I think they said 6 gigabytes of VRAM, and I only have 4. You can run it with 4, but it's a struggle. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Do we go upstairs or do we go downstairs?
Now, which way is the common room?
I guess we're going up, because I don't actually know which way to go. My first time in Hogwarts. Okay. Guess we chose right. Can you go through this? Looks like a door that you can go through. Hell yeah. Oh, there's the common room. Wow, you get a theater seat. Interesting. Interesting that you get a theater seat. That's cool. Is that like a hippogriff? Or maybe not a hippogriff. A phoenix? God, it is so weird. It's like an in-between of like several different things that's running through my head of what creature this could be. I'm not even gonna try. It's like between a phoenix and a hippogriff. That's the best way I can describe it. Damn, look at Gryffindor's trophies. Sheesh. Oh, they even have... Okay, so I'm assuming these are all the Quidditch winnings. Interesting. I was surprised the, like, older paintings don't actually move. Which is interesting. Huh. Okay. That's kind of cool. Ooh, chest. Can I open it? No. That's gonna need a Lohomora. Don't cough at me. It's me.
Different. Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
No, you're talking about me. Shut up.
It's that new 5th year.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
A little room, everyone. Let them through.
Who should we start with first? I guess we'll start to the right and then go left. Oh, what's that?
To be honest, anything I could get in Diagon.
Mom would love to drink some tea again.
Here, have a sip. Go on.
It's your own fault if you come unstuck. That's what my mother would say.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself.
Another Weasley.
Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Does having your aunt here make things difficult?
More than you'd think. Most people assume I can't get into trouble or be given detention. But they're wrong. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
I feel like all the Weasleys, like, want to break out of their shell of, like, having some type of creativity. Like, George and Fred opened up their own prank shop to be able to, like, help students get out of certain things and things like that with their creativity and the masterwork that they did, like, throughout the movies of Harry Potter. So that kind of flows with the Weasleys, in my opinion, like, very well. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what Matilda was like.
Time, Nelly. Trouble the first day.
You can eat an apple. Interesting. Interesting phonograph music.
Don't fall off this time, Nelly.
That girl thinks she can get away with anything.
Nelly Oxfire.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Nice to know.
I take it you're not afraid of heights?
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
You'd be right there.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Hi, Nelly. And back up she goes. I may lose my voice from time to time. I'm still getting over, like, a spring, summer cold allergy fit thing that's been going on. That's
Wait,
why this
that's
video
not
is
right.
delayed a bit.
I really thought I had it.
Cressida. I don't know how you pronounce that. Bloom.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
That would be something to see.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
I feel like that would be something you would teach, like, probably around 5th year, not 6th year. So that's interesting.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Leander Pruitt. The name sounds familiar. Kind of like somebody just sneezed. Okay.
I'd like to retire to Hogwarts one day. Open a pub for future Hogwarts pupils with tales of my childhood.
Wait a minute, was that a golden snitch? Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, that's a golden snitch. Huh.
This is my sister's
So the
first
golden
year at Hogwarts.
snitch is flying
Every time
around.
She pretends not to see me in the halls. I casted her with the triptychs.
Interesting. And why a tunnel? That's my question for Gryffindor Common Room. Why a tunnel?
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts.
Look, it's nearly
Now, in
midnight.
light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
A book.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Yeah, stick it underneath the armpit and let it disappear.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna answer all my questions because most tutorials do not.
This way.
I also just know she
The
has
guide will
embroidery at
give
the
you
end of her dress.
opportunities to practice
I
your
like it.
magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
What the hell is that? Eve?
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Is that prankster ghost or poltergeist or something? I don't remember.
Ah, The guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Poor guy.
Revelio.
Being, like, squished by a fucking bull. Portrait of Barufio. Barufio, or however you pronounced it. This portrait depicts the wizard Barufio, famed for his brain elixir, and as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. Well, that was his own damn fault. Annunciations are needing to be spoke properly, as always. Challenge page, unlock, collect field guide pages in Hogwarts. You just unlocked the field guide page challenge. Progress towards completing challenges appear here. Field guide challenges are the only way to acquire experience points or XP. Okay. Hamburger button. This is your wizarding level. XP earned from challenges increase your level and power. Your field guide is tracking your current challenge progression. Select the challenge menu to continue. Yes, sweet pea. I got a kitty cat, like, yelling at me and grabbing my arm, wanting pets, and then she goes away. Selecting your first guide to the page unlocks a new challenge in the category. A new challenge category. New challenges you unlock throughout your adventure will appear here. Select the field guide page to continue. Looks like combat, quest, exploration, field guide pages, and room of requirement. That's that thing with the animals, I think. Each challenge has tiers. Special rewards unlock at each tier you complete, from appearances to critical upgrades. Okay. Rewards must be claimed from the challenges menu. Come back often to collect the rewards that you have unlocked. Okay. I guess we continue following Libby's.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Look at that reflection. Got some well-polished flooring there. Ooh, kitty cat. That's pet.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
You will not stop me from not petting all the cats. I love the cats. Another chest. Looking well cushioned. I'm gonna still end up calling it, probably at some point, Wiggle Ward.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
You've discovered a flue flames fast travel point. You can open the map at any time to fast travel to any discovered flue flame. Okay. So something similar to fast travel points in, like, Assassin's Creed or something. Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where the students and professors live, and includes the house common rooms and the Great Hall. The South Wing region, select the South Wing region. In this view, you can see the flue flames available in the region. Green flue flames represented here are flames that you have discovered, including your own house common room. Gray flue flames, however, shown here, reveal the locations of undiscovered flames. The right side of the map is where you'll find the academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and the greenhouses. Select the library annex region to continue. Professor Weasley has unlocked Central Hall flue flames for you. Use the right stick to rotate the map and fast travel to Central Hall. Blue flames with X. The green one. And travel.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Nice.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Ooh, the dragon moves.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Yes, Professor. Hamburger button. Oh, but the right one. This golden icon represents main quest. Complete main quest will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements by the locked padlock icon. In this case, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignments or as a quest reward. Track the golden icon quest with A to continue. Okay. I feel like we should do Charms class first. That's just me.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Thank you, Professor Fig. Quest complete. Welcome to Hogwarts. Pass the charmed compass up with the D-pad. The charmed compass will lead you to anything you're tracking. Nice. Why do I see... What does she have an icon? Is that a side quest?
There's something in there. I just know it.
Lenora Eberle.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos does the trick.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Okay. By the staircase, so maybe this one? Let's go back to it. Wait, track icon. Showing it over here. Does this mean it's worth it?
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Hold on. Revelio.
Revelio.
Okay, the moth lights up blue. Statue of Gregory the Smarmy. The statue with an intriguing grin depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy, the wizard famous for inventing Gregory's unctuous unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. Oh, that sounds so sad. Jesus, that sounds sad. Okay, let's see if we cast Lumos if we get the moth.
Lumos.
Like moth.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
What if I let go?
The moth stopped. Perhaps I need to keep casting Lumos on it.
Okay.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Cool. And the painting disappears. Cool. I'm level 2 now.
Revelio.
Something shiny over here. There we go. Central Hall Fountain. This ornate fountain features intricately carved statues of denizens of the magical world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain's base. So, sirens, goblins, werewolf, unicorn. Ooh, there's water floating there, too. That's kind of cool. Also interesting to see that the werewolf and the unicorn are kind of like quote-unquote fighting. I hope in the future, in any other wizarding games, if it isn't this one, that we have more interactions with the merfolk and the werewolves. Because we're now getting into the goblin territory. And we already kind of like have the interaction with the house elves. I wish we have more interaction with them too in the future. Who knows? And I just realized that that unicorn is male. You can see his pee-pee that I'm going to not show. Anyways, where am I going? Oh yeah, I gotta talk to Lenora.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio.
Okay. Assuming there's something that I've got to get, like a spell for those flying pages. Dragon is so cool. Okay, let's get to charm stuff. Field guide map shows Professor Hackett's class defense against Hogwarts class. Rewards is Levioso. And going to Charms class for Professor Ronan's, it has Accio. You're gonna go to Charms first. For Accio.
Revelio.
I want to know what these are. Layak, Cadillac, like. hear the noise, but I don't know what I'm looking for.
Revelio.
Oh, here. Portrait of Sir Cadogan. Sir Cadogan was allegedly friends with Merlin himself, and as such became a sworn knight of the Round Table, although he is only really known to the wizarding world. He is famous for his defeat of the Wyvern of Way, and now spends his days challenging students to duels. Interesting. Like, in the painting? How would that work? That's intriguing. How would you duel in the painting? Or duel with a painting, I should say.
Revelio.
I feel like I'm missing something entirely. Where am I even at? I went the wrong way, of course. Okay, if it's not here, it's probably downstairs. Oh. There's a room up above. Okay. Something I probably can't get to at the moment. But show me the way. That's cool though that you can like hear the sounds of the painting, armor rustling as he moves. There we are. I just passed it slightly. Photographs. Statues in some type of odd land. No idea what those are. And we got weird manipulation. Now we're in the defense against the dark arts.
Revelio.
There's another painting. We'll wait on that. I feel like we should go to class first. There's a bit of lag. Let my computer catch up real quick.
Hurry up, sorry! May we talk about this?
Is that a ghost chasing another ghost with an axe? Ooh, kitty. A Siamese. Or at least the color code pattern of one. Okay, there goes Slytherin.
Revelio.
I assume we are all going the same way. Here, or flip.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
As long as I get
We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right. Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change, and growth charms. Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
I feel like she was looking for a wand. That way. A.
Accio! That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
I like how he says after me. Very slow.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
I feel like this is croquet. Or,
Very
God,
simply,
what is that one
cast
game with
Accio
the
on one of the
eye?
spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment.
Accio!
Now, think... Excellent control there. That's it!
That was close.
Splendid! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Use
That is
Accio to
how
summon
it's
the
done.
ball as close as you can to the edge without going over in order to score points. Okay. That's fine.
Accio.
That one
Very
did not
good.
go over like I wanted it to. I
There we
wonder if
go.
I can knock hers off. Kind of curious. Almost.
Brilliant. Watch this. Phew.
Wonder if I can knock my second ball into.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Nice.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
So I can move my ball and the opponent's ball if I need to.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Ooh. All got stopped.
That is how it's done.
Accio!
Nice.
Ouch! Well played. Here we go.
I think you need to slow down like towards the. Ooh, don't knock me off. Ooh, really close.
There we go.
I'm gonna wait. And now. Shoot! Stopped right there.
The best of us.
No. Rip. Oh wait, her ball fell off too.
Watch this.
Oh wait, when the ball fell off? What?
Phew. Accio.
Excellent control there.
Nice. I win.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Sounds kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Wagadu.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it
A
won't
word,
work on
if
humans.
you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Thanks, Professor Ronan. Bye, Natty. Ridiculous, Alohomora, Accio, Defendo, Mobilaribus, Bombarda, Gaudium Leviosa, Stupefy, Rictius, Zampara, Repello, Enigmium, Sonarius, Quietus, Ascendium, Legiliminus, bleh. Oleoporius, Nox, Repello, Muggleton? Oh, repel muggles, okay. I kind of get it now. Expectra of Patronus, Levioso. There's a few spells here that doesn't look like it's going to teach us. More unlikely.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
You'll do great, Samantha Dale. That's kind of cool. Why do I hear fluttering?
Revelio.
It's either fluttering or gears. It's really hard to tell for me. Now let's see about our next class. Map. I know I hit the wrong button, but that's okay. Side quests are now available. Available side quests can be found inside regions of Hogwarts marked as a kind of grayed out flag, and discovered by exploring the world. These quests reward XP but do not advance the main story. Gotcha. So Cressida has a side quest for me. We're just gonna go do our classes. Where am I going? Okay, that was weird. The guard. Okay, it's like they're putting their hands out like to stop.
What do you want?
So like stop running. There they are again.
I will talk about this.
They need to add that to Dead by Daylight.
Revelio.
Hey, that was close. Augury skeleton. The skeleton is of an Irish phoenix or an augury, an intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain, and whose mournful cry was once to be believed to foretell death. So, like a thunderbird? Like in Native American lore? Which is like a phoenix or a big bird in general. It's like a phoenix. That's interesting. Phoenixes seem so small though. Almost kind of like a vulture skeleton. Not quite, but close.
Revelio.
And something probably on another wall. Something I guess I'll have to figure out later. Didn't I just come this way? I did. I'm an idiot. You are a big rhinoceros. Rhinoceros.
Revelio.
Good lord, I cannot speak. Ooh, I see. If anything, is this what I was hearing? Serpentine Feast window. Although Slytherins like to think that this window is somehow a tribute to their house founder, it is actually a serpentine beast coiled around a tree that extends from the mouth of a legendary green man. I don't know why I said giant. Interesting. Kinda cool. Ooh, eyeballs. They're looking at me. Oh, hey. Merlin and Morgana. The sun and moon. Battle to the death.
Revelio.
That's cool. So that's in here.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Yeah. Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As master... Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Okay.
This should be easy.
Levioso.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say...
If only all of my students were this adept.
Protego. Stupid. Levioso.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
He seems wildly unimpressed.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
More than likely.
Till next time.
Mm-hmm.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Everett Clumpington. Interesting. just gleamed there. Okay, where to next? Weasley, I think. Yep. Grizzly Weasley wants to see me in her classroom, which is off the Transfiguration Courtyard, located between the Library Annex and the Astronomy Wing. Hopefully she has a word on replacing my lost supplies. Okay. Just to make sure I'm going the right way and not the wrong way. I saw a Revelio thingy.
Revelio.
Wyvern Fountain. This fountain in the Transfiguration Courtyard has a likeness of a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cadogan. This is most assuredly not meant to be the wyvern of Vi, slain by the lively knight in spite of himself. Interesting. I'm leveling up pretty fast, which is nice. Hello, little kitty. Let's pet. I will pet all the kitties. I think you sounded the most real out of all the cats so far. There is a bit of borkness going on, but again, cannot be helped, sadly. You grew out of fucking nowhere.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
So this is basically like a mini Diagon Alley before the bigger one like explodes, so to speak.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
My mom said that she wants to go with a fellow Gryffindor, which would be Natty. So Natty is her choice, and that's what we're going with.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Thanks, Professor Weasley.
Revelio.
Saw something. Field guide. Speak to Professor Ronan to receive your first assignment. Assignments are a type of quest given to you by Hogwarts professors that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will be the Mending Charm, Reparo, which is required to complete other quests. You can track the assignments and their progress in the quest menus of your field guide. Okay. Partially Transfiguration. This partially transfigured teacup, likely the soon-to-be reversed error the second year, serves as a cautionary tale for those students who do not take seriously the complexities and dangers of transfiguration. This reminds me of Ron whenever he tried to transform his rat into teacup. Oh, that's funny. Okay. We'll meet Ronan, and I think we'll call the episode there after we get done doing his quest.
Ah, there you are.
Wait for my graphics card to kind of catch up. What are you doing? I hear flapping. I don't know what it is.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the Mending Charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Got a point there.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Thanks, Professor. Search areas on the mini-map represented in the area. This white icon represents the area that you should be searching. Okay.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Accio! Got it!
Okay. Moving on, I guess, to the next flying page.
The flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant!
I just so happen to see it very quickly. Oh, that's what. He's got paper crane? Interesting.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
The mending charm reparo can be used to mend broken objects and pieces of the environment.
That's it.
Okay.
Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
I could see that.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Love the hair. I like the statue. It's nice looking. Okay, now where do we gotta go? Alright. Instead of concluding the day and going to Hogsmeade to get my school supplies, I think this is where we are going to stop this episode. We are a little over an hour roughly into this one. So, perfect time to stop, chill, relax. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Hogwarts Legacy playthrough of my mom in Gryffindor, Rayleigh Hopscotch. Next episode will be coming out next Friday. But anyways, that is going to do it for us. Thank you all for watching. If you would like to see more of our playlist in Hogwarts Legacy of me playing as my mom, you can check out the rest of this playlist here. And I will see you in the next one. Stay batty, y'all. Bye.